Surprise! It's not over until it's over. I know some of you who were watching the Zen Zoo yesterday were getting upset. Jean, thank you for saying, no, come back, come back. Well, you know, just like anything else, things are changing. And so nothing will ever stay the same. But I'm here, and I'm glad to be here with you. I hope you're here. Thank you so much, Gary and Sue, for the Venmo gift. I saw it last night before I settled in for the night, and I almost started crying. Friends, you are amazing. I love each and every one of you. I'm so glad to be back. I'm honored they invited me back, and I might be back next week too. So we don't know, but we're working on a day-by-day basis on all levels of our lives, right? So here we are. Let's be here now, and I'll give you some time to get your mat. We're going to do some different breathing, some pranayama today, but I do want to start in a seat. You know, let's check in. Go ahead and give yourself that space to get quiet and get still. Inside or outside, your choice. You know, we're doing things differently right now than we have ever done before. So I just wanted to remind you, because I always remind myself, that adversity can offer growth and wisdom. So I hope that you are able to tap into that inner wisdom within you a little more each and every day, and getting stronger and more resilient. So thank you for being here with me. We have got Timothy taking a nap. We're with the Hippos today. So yes, we will do some hip work as well. And we're going to move. We're going to lift the heart rate. But I don't think we're flipping the dogs, Aunt Sue. We'll know when we know. Let's see. So once you're seated and comfortable, feel those seat bones making contact with your mat. Starting at the foundation first. Let your roots go deep. Hands can be resting gently in your lap or up on your knees. Your practice, your breath, your body, you choose. Just begin to notice your breath. I'm not going to guide you through any pranayama in the beginning. I just want you to check in. Just be aware of this present moment. Just notice where you can soften before even starting to focus so much on the breath. Focus on all of the sensations. You know, we don't know what's next, so you can just relax your eyebrows here and your forehead. That is okay. We know the zoo is busy today. Our animals being well taken care of. Thank you all zoo staff for being here. Y'all are amazing. Let's begin to work on a shoulder release. Once you've softened as much as you can, you've unhinged your jaw. Let's just inhale. Reach those shoulders up towards your ears. On your exhale, you can open your mouth, sigh it out, and just let your shoulders drop. I love that release, right? We'll do some rolls after this, but see if this serves you well to begin. Inhale, shoulders up towards your ears. You can sigh out of your nose or your mouth. As you exhale, just drop them like they're hot. Oh, I love that release. Again, big inhale. Maybe your shoulders reach your ears. Maybe they're touching your ears, making your spine taller. And then as you exhale, drop them. Ooh, I love it. I hope you're loving it. And then let's go a little slower here. Inhale slowly. Bring your shoulders a little bit forward and up towards your ears. And then slowly circle them behind you and roll them all the way back. See if you can sense your shoulder blades kissing on your back here. Inhale, shoulders up towards your ears. Rolling all the way back, broad chest. Exhaling, shoulders all the way down. 2 more. Inhale, shoulders up, back. Exhale, lower them. Help them to go a little further down as you sit higher. On the last one, gently ease into that inhale, shoulders up towards your ears. All the way behind you, and then as you exhale, feel your shoulder blades kissing back there. Feel how differently your seat is now. All right, we've grounded down, so now you're taller. It has made you taller. You're totally winning. Nice work. We're going to do some chin circles for the neck here. I haven't done this neck stretch for you, but I'm always finding different ways to work on neck tension. Maybe you are as well. So just tap into your Ujjayi breath here, natural breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then slowly begin to turn your head over towards your right shoulder. And then begin to make a big circle with your chin as you raise your gaze all the way up towards the sky and go all the way over towards the left. So imagine you're drawing a circle in front of you with your chin. So now your chin comes down to your left shoulder, your chest, back up to your right shoulder, and you're looking up, making a big circle here. Continuing to sit tall, broaden your chest, let your shoulders drop, and we'll do about 5 this way to the right first. And then we can switch after you've done your 5. Just breathing gently. Navel is drawn in slightly so that you have a strong but relaxed seat here. And then after your 5 and your chin comes back to center, just bring your chin upright, level with the floor. Just notice the difference. And then we'll go to the other side. When you're ready, take your gaze over towards the left. And then begin to make that big circle. Look up towards the sky or the ceiling. I'm inside today. Over towards the right. Chin comes down towards your right shoulder. And then towards your chest. 4 more. Relax your face, your jaw, your neck and shoulders as much as you can. Slow and steady is what will serve you best here. Feeling the opening. Letting your body tell you anything it needs to in this time you're spending with yourself. So we can hear the body whisper before it has to scream. Well-being is the name of the game. After your 5th circle towards the left, nice work. You know, I've been a lot in a seat, and I know it's hard for some people to get quiet. I know it is for me. A little bellows breath or Bhastrika here in this seat. And this is what it will look like. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. It is going to sound a bit like a bellows breath. So it's going to sound like a shh. So once you're in your seat, you're probably still in your seat. Maybe you needed to change legs, move your other leg up front. Make sure you have your cushion if that's serving you well. And then it'll look like this. I'll just show you how it looks before I start guiding you, because I like to do a good 20 of them. So we'll inhale, shoulders come up along your ears, biceps come up along your ears. Exhale, bending your elbows and pulling back. We'll do about 20 of these, keeping your chin level with the floor and your head stable. This pranayama is super good for relieving lethargy, which, it's a great thing to do first thing in the morning, right? Getting out of bed is not always easy. And then also good for clearing your mind. That's why I always love to start with this, so that you can really tap into a strong, peaceful, meditative state. All right, so just inhale and exhale to prepare. And then when you're ready, we begin. Inhale, arms come up along your ears. Exhale for Bellows Breath. Inhale, arms up to ears. Synchronize your movement with your breath, and keep in mind, it's not so much about the movement here. It's all in the breath. We are shifting energy internally. So soften into it. Relax your shoulders as much as possible. Face, jaw, neck relaxed. Inhale, biceps up towards your ears. Exhale. Maybe 5 more or so. Follow your breath. I'm hoping this sound wakes Timothy up over here. You stop when you're ready, or finish up for just a couple more. Last one for me. Let your breath balance out naturally here. Just notice. Just allowing as we notice. Right? I love that one. I definitely feel like I have a clearer mind. I hope that worked for you. We're sitting and soaking in the presence. Possibly you're feeling different already since before we started. We're going to slowly begin to use your hands at your sides so you can extend your legs in front of you. Bring the soles of your feet to your mat, knees bent. We're going to work on the core a little, both sides, front and back. For now, do a little rocking and rolling before Navasana. A good little back massage. So feel free to just take it back. Slow and steady. Feel that sensation. And then test your balance when you come up to the front of your mat. Maybe just balancing on your toes alone. Ujjayi breath engaged. Turning off that fight, flight, or freeze response. We might be seeing a lot of that these days, so go within. Pick up those tools that have always been in your toolkit. And the next time you come up to center, see if you can test your balance a little more. Begin to lift one foot up and then the other. Remember, we don't want to sink into the low back, so draw your navel towards your thighs here. Broaden your chest. If you'd like, use your hands back here if that helps you, or grab the backs of your legs. We call it a practice for a reason. Practice makes progress. No perfection here. Maybe you want to begin to straighten your legs. We are in boat pose, Navasana. If you're feeling strong and you want to release your arms, feel free. They are about parallel to the earth. Broaden your chest. Let those shoulders kiss on your back again. Take your gaze towards your toes. Slowly begin to lower a little bit. Lower, 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 lower. And then bring it back up. Oh, balance. One more, just lowering slightly. Navel draws in, your tailbone is scooped here. Be aware of that, and then come back up. Oh, nice work. Bring the soles of your feet to your mat and rock and roll a little more. We are going to stop on our backs. We're going to do a little bridge flow. So bring the soles of your feet back to your mat once you're on your back. And bring your sides. Maybe you can feel your heels here. Feet are parallel to one another, close to your hips. You can lift your head off your mat, tuck your chin slightly, and then put your head back down. A nice long spine here. Tap into that Ujjayi breath. Release your jaw. Relax. And when you're ready for an inhaling breath, push into your feet. Lift your hips high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips high, press into your heels, lift your hips a little higher, maybe each and every time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up, watching your breath, feeling your breath. Exhale, lower. And noticing the expansion, the more you go. Inhale, push into those heels, lift your hips a little higher. Exhale, lower. We're keeping thighs parallel to one another. Inhale, push up. Synchronize your movement with your breath. But I wanted to remind you that in your mind's eye, imagine that you're squeezing a block between your knees here. So you are strengthening your inner thighs. The gallbladder and the liver meridian lines run alongside the outside and the inside of your legs. So we are loving on those organs. On that last time you come up, I want you to stay there. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Press into your feet, lift your hips higher. You are really firing up your glutes here. Strengthening your glutes, your legs, protecting your low back with the strength of your glutes there. And then for those of you who want to stretch your shoulders a little bit, you can clasp your hands underneath you. Roll those shoulders behind you a little more. Keep pressing into your feet, lift your hips higher. Feel that opening in your shoulders. 5 deep breaths here. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. See if you can press a little more into your feet and lift a little higher without hurting yourself. Someone responded yesterday to the class that there was a cramp in their foot. I think it was Larry. Larry, just back off if that happens, right? And then when you're ready, release your bind if you've clasped your hands underneath you. And then slowly begin to lower down one vertebrae at a time. Nice work. Separate your feet the width of your mat and windshield wiper your knees here. because I've got quite the view of a hippo butt over here, I am feeling like we need to work on our hips. We are going to, after we release the low back here, windshield wipering our knees back and forth, take your time with that. This is a wonderful sensation. You might notice a deeper sensation on one side more than the other. Be with that sensation, be with that moment. And when you've had enough from side to side, we're going to come into reclining pigeon pose. So the soles of your feet back to your mat. This time, reach your right over the sky. And then bend the knee, bring your right ankle on your left knee. You're going to reach through the keyhole, so to speak, and grab the back of your left leg. Continue to relax your shoulders, neck, and head. And then you're just going to reach through that keyhole and see if you can draw that left leg closer to you. We're working to open the right hip here, so you can use your right elbow to even push your knee further out a little bit. Lots of storage space here in these hips. So gentle, long, healing and opening breaths. Opening those hips, making them more spacious and lighter. Maybe after class you'll be feeling like you're walking on cloud 9. You can't rush anything on the mat, off the mat, but you certainly cannot rush these hips. So we're sitting here, we're laying here, we are breathing here. I like to stay, we'll stay a good minute or so, a minute and a half maybe. Because again, notice the opening taking place. Maybe you can draw that left leg closer to you and send that right knee further away from you. Don't force it further than your body's ready. And when you are ready, slowly begin to draw your left foot to your mat. We're going to do a spinal twist here before we do reclining pigeon on the other side. So cross that right leg over your left. You can wrap your toes around the other leg if that works for you. So press down into your left foot. Send your hips up and over to the right, and then down. Your arms out like a T. We move the hips to the right. We're going to bring the knees to the left. You can use your left hand on the outside of your right knee, and then send your upper body over to the left a little bit, maybe. We can keep our shoulders square on the floor, and then take your gaze to your right fingertips. Did you get a pop too? Again, we're not forcing anything, and if this one's not for you, you can begin to just drop maybe both knees. Your choice. Maybe 10 deep breaths here. We've engaged the neck by looking over at the right fingertip. Full body spinal twist. Massaging your internal organs with each inhale and exhale. Slowly come back to center when you're ready. Get your shoulders and your hips square. And then we can, again, windshield wiper our knees. Yeah, let's separate our feet the width of our mat. And then again, drop your knees to one side and then the other. And when you come back to center, just notice the difference. Just pause before we go to the other side. I always like to investigate gently. Does your right leg feel different than your left leg? When you're back to center and you're ready, lift that left leg up towards the sky and put your left ankle on your right knee. Reclining pigeon this side. You can lift your head, tuck your chin, put your head back down. Nice extension in the spine there. You're relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Lift that right foot off the mat, keyhole, and grab the back leg. Draw that right leg. We're opening the left hip. So that left elbow can push on the inside of your left leg gently, lovingly. Open that left hip a little more when you're ready. With a deeper breath. Elasticity increases with a deeper breath. Yoga would be nothing without your breath, right? It all begins there. Here for about a minute or a minute and a half. And this hip might need more opening. Might feel different. Love it equally. Take the time to honor it and know that you are sending healing energy right to this area. And if you feel any part of this pose that is tense, maybe you're feeling back off a little, too deep, too much, but also encourage you to just take a deeper breath. It all begins in the mind, so we get to choose where we send that energy. Where the mind goes, prana flows. What are you thinking about, right? What is working really, really well for you right now? I want to hear about it. Draw that right knee a little closer to you. Send that left knee out a little more on that last breath or two. And then slowly begin to bring your right foot down to your mat. Spinal twist this side. So cross your left leg over your right. You can wrap those toes all the way around you if that's your style. And then press your right foot into your mat. You can even use your elbows for help. Send those hips up and over towards the left, and then put them down. You can bring your arms out like a T, and then begin to drop your knees to the right. Your right hand can help encourage that knee to go down a little more gently. And then take your gaze towards your left fingertips, engaging the neck. You can press your left elbow or your right elbow into the floor, into your mat. Send your upper body over towards the right a little bit. I know it's a lot, but we're trying to keep shoulders square. And today might not be the day. Tomorrow might not be the day. Next year might not be the day. That's why it's a practice. About 10 deep breaths on this side. We detoxing with a deep healing breath in this pose. Digest. Yes, please. Check. A couple more deep breaths. Maybe that knee on the left leg goes a little bit closer. Maybe. Don't force it. Go easy. But when you're ready, slowly come back to center. Get your shoulders and your hips square on your mat. And then we are going to roll again. Come into a standing forward fold, Uttanasana, at the front of the mat. Get up there any way that works for you. If you don't like the rock, roll over onto the side. To the top of your mat. I like to work on practice and my strength in my legs if you want to play around with it. I think when I get to the zoo, my inner child comes out. So do what works for you. Practice those squats and then from that. Standing forward fold. Your knees if you'd like. You can even just drape your toes over your legs here. And come back to the breathing body here. begin to bend one knee at a time here. Shifting your hip one side to the other. Release the mind that you have. Come back to center. And when you're ready for an inhale, lift up halfway. Tucking your chin, navel draws in, scoop your tailbone. Hands to your mat or your shins. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway lift. Expand. Exhale. Lower. Ujjayi breath in full force here. Slowly begin. All the way up. Head and arms will be the last thing. Yay! Hello, hippo friends. Thank you. Taking fresh oxygen in between each and every vertebrae with your breath as you slowly take your time to ragdoll up. And once you arrive, welcome to your mountain. Let's do a little lateral stretch from here. And we'll start by stretching the right side first. So step that right foot behind you so the outsides of your feet are alongside each other as much as you can. And then inhale, reach your arms out and up. Clasp your right wrist with your left hand. Ground down through your feet. Inhale, get taller. And then take it over towards the left. You're going to gaze up on the inside of that right arm. We're grounded down, but then get higher from your waist up. Tailbone is scooped, navel in. Protect that low back. 5 deep breaths on this lateral stretch on the right. Shoulders right over your hips. Slow. Come on, back to sleep. Shake it out, shake your shoulders, unwind, and rotate your ankles here. Love your feet a little bit. On them a lot, right? Switch directions. Massaging your toes. Go to the other side. Step your left foot behind you. Ground down. See if you can get all 4 corners of each foot to really ground down. When you're ready, inhale, reach your arms out and up. Send your right hip back, left hip forward, so hips are square. And then clasp your left wrist with. Inhale, get longer. And then take towards the right, gazing up on the inside of your left arm. Keep pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Hips and shoulders should be in one line here. A little bit of a balancing pose too, right? A nice lateral stretch for the left. Don Stapleton, one of my greatest teachers, teaches the as-is principle. Awareness of sensation through internal scanning. So inhale, come back to center, always in a pose. Being mindful of the sensation. Unravel, unwind on this side. Shake your shoulders. Unravel your legs. And let's walk towards the back of our mats and come into a downward facing dog. What's a yoga class without downward facing dog? Let's step at the back of our mats. Ground down. And then inhale, reach your arms out, up. Slight back bend if it's in your practice. Scoop that tailbone. Exhale, swan dive, flat back. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, and begin to walk your hands forward. I'm just going to click my heels and say there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Take that dog for a walk. How does your dog feel today? We've cleared the mind. Hopefully you're feeling more centered there. What else is your body telling you? Take your time to breathe into it. Fingers spread wide. Press into your fingertips and knuckles. Get that weight off your wrists. Hello, hello, hippo friend. Once you are content and you have walked your dog enough, be still in your downward facing dog. Only ever so briefly, because we are going to inhale that right leg high. And we are going to exhale, press into that left foot, lifting your left heel, get your hips high so you can step that foot through. Warrior one. Left toes kick back at 45. Right hip back, left hip forward. So deep, you can go high. Getting high on your own supply, thanks to the breath. Shoulders behind. Take a few breaths here. Grounding down through the razor edge of your left foot and the big toe ball mound of your right foot. Feel your power. Inhale, prepare for a shift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank, and we're going to slowly lower all the way down. Use your knees if you need to. Elbows graze the sides of your body. Exhale, lower. Untuck your toes. Inhale for your cobra. Engage your glutes, engage your legs. Exhale, forehead to your mat. Tuck your chin. Inhale, cobra two. Pull your heart through. Use those back muscles. Exhale, forehead to your mat. Third time's a charm. Inhale for third, cobra. Exhale, forehead to mat. Meet in downward facing dog next. Find your way there. Maybe use your knees. Maybe just plank. Maybe both. I'll see you in down dog. Take a big inhale through your nose once you arrive. And then open your mouth and let it go. Inhale your left leg high. And then exhale. Lift those hips high. Bring that left knee to your nose. Step on through. Warrior one, other side. Left hip back. Right hip forward, navel and tailbone scoops. Woo! Rise on up. You got this. Honor your warrior. Get some length in your upper body with your next inhale, but exhale, drop your shoulders down. Inhale, prepare for that transition. It's vinyasa time if you choose. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step back into plank. Exhale to lower. We're going sloth style. I'm into sloth style. Slow, slow, slow. And then inhale for cobra or up dog. You choose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower yourself down into child's pose. We gave the hips some love. If you want to give the hips some more love, you can let your big toes touch behind you and separate your knees. I'm going to get a drink of water. Hydration, very important. Cheers, salud. Hello, Hippo friends. Thank you for coming out. We're coming up on a good 45 minutes here, so I am slowly going to offer my heart and body a break. I'm going to watch and feel into my heart rate lowering here in child's pose. You do what serves you best. If you have questions about, well, which pose should we do next? I want to keep going. Continue to leave me messages. I will check the feed on the live stream after class. Right now, just with the breathing. Noticing the shifting. Make tents with your fingertips here. Bring your elbows and your wrists off the mat. Walk your fingertips further forward. See if you can get some length in your upper body and your torso while you keep your hips grounded. Put yourself down. I am proud of you for being here now. Take your time to rest longer. You know, I am still open to helping you move your body in healthy and effective ways. So feel free to reach out to me. Such a joy to be welcomed back today. That was definitely a lovely surprise. Jean, thank you for planting that seed and saying, come back. I love it. And I don't know if I'll be back next week, but I'm going to keep my fingers and my toes crossed and hope that I will see you next week. And if I don't, please continue to take care and be well. We got this. Thank you for letting me guide you through your practice. Many blessings and namaste.